Hey folks, all right. So this review, and where I have the box, this review is for this. It is the HyperX Quadcast S standalone USB microphone, um, compatible with PC, PS4, and Mac. This is the box. In the box, I'm not sure if I still have the stuff in here, but I believe I took it all out. It's the usual parts that you can see, and you look at the full review on the-gadgeteer.com. You will see that it comes with what you see in front of me, and it has a USB cable, USB-C cable, I believe. I don't want to plug it out because I'm speaking through this mic. It comes with a shock mount built in. It comes with a stand that also has an adapter that you'll see in the review that allows you to actually screw this out and mount it to a mic boom arm. And it comes with a desktop stand and manual. It's a very small paper manual in a few different languages. The writing is really small. So as I get older, my eyes are not what they used to be, so I'm going to put some glasses on for this, some reading glasses. And those of you who think they look fun, you can laugh at me. That's okay. So let's go over the parts of this first. So the top here, and I don't want to touch it because you will lose me. That's a tap to mute. And I'll actually do it so you'll hear it, and I'll keep talking. And now you hear me again. That's a tap to mute. As you're probably seeing from the mic itself, the colors are changeable. Let's go down the list. On the bottom here, this turns, and this is a gain control, so I can turn it up and you get louder, and I can turn it down. And lower the gain. So I'm going to put it back to a decent place. Well, that's the gain control. This is the polar pattern knob. So it has four polar patterns: stereo, omnidirectional, cardioid, and bidirectional. Back here you can see it's a USB-C port, and above it is a headphone jack. I guess it works because there's a space in the stand here that you can slide the headphone jack to, as you see the USB jack is. So I guess that's not a bad place for it. And you can probably, if you really wanted to, clamp it to here somehow to make it as a restraint. So if you pulled your headphones, it wouldn't plug out. And that's about it. So let's look at some of the. Let me find the. It's got French, Italian. So here we are. So the four patterns. That's what we're at right now. Is bidirectional, right? Bidirectional. The next pattern I'm going to switch to is, and I think this is it. This is the way it should be. I'm going to switch to cardioid. I'm sorry. This is bidirectional. This is bidirectional. This is cardioid. The next one is omnidirectional. So it probably clipped at that point. I'm looking at it. Yes, it's clipping because it's taking the highest volume everywhere around the mic. And the last one is stereo. Stereo. Okay? Those are the four patterns. That's the game. It is of decent weight. I think it'll sit sturdy on your desk. It's not. I've had other mics that I've reviewed that are heavier. And I want to give you a comparison of some other mics. So I'll pause here for a second and then let you see some in comparison. So I'm back, and here we have, and I will let me turn this camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm looking at. I think that's better for you. This is the JLab, and I have reviewed this before. The JLab, I forgot the exact model number. It's not on it, but it's taller but much lighter. I would say, not much lighter, but a bit lighter. It's got the same patterns on it, but you can have a comparison size. And then here I have the Samsung. Now, this is a well-known Samsung. I think it's a G Pro. It's very heavy, about the same height, but this Samsung is a monster. What you will notice on the other two is that the cable connections are at the bottom. So for this HyperX, I kind of like the cable connections at the side as opposed to underneath. And that was just a comparison. But you can, and I'll raise this again so that we're back looking at each other. You can catch the rest of the details and see the diagrams, etc. in the review. And from this, you can basically, and let me hold it the right way. Here we go. And let me get my back, and I want to go into cardioid. So you can tell, you can be a judge of how it sounds, and whether it'll work for you. But for me, it records well, the response is well. There might be a little lag in this video. I'm using OBS, and there might be a little lag. It is plug and play. No drivers needed. I plugged it in. OBS saw it right away. So far, so good. And yes, once again, folks, this is the HyperX Quadcast S standalone USB microphone.